if you're needing your nervous system to just get some peace, some to regulate your nervous system really, really fast, then this exercise is really going to assist you. Hi, if you're new to me, my name is Raquel, and I'm your GPS for success. Welcome to the Daily Shift. The Daily Shift is my podcast where I help you to leverage your inner AI to manifest the life that you want, because that's why we love AI, don't we? Yes, because it does the heavy lifting for us when we program it right, when we ask the right prompts to then get what we want. And we have our own internal AI. So today I wanted to focus on the specific thing around negative emotions. So before we jump into the exercise, I'm just going to give you like a little bit of understanding of why it works and what's happening in your body, because it's important for you to get understanding. And the understanding is actually the first obstacle of where you're not manifesting. So if you're asking yourself questions of how am I going to do this, and or maybe this, maybe that, and you're just throwing a bunch of things to the wall, that's part of it, right? There is a lack of understanding. And then once you have that understanding, you can then use the right tactics and strategies and principles that are going to be giving you what you want. So I want to make sure to just quickly give you an overview of what's happening in your body so that we can go ahead and jump into the exercise, which is, again, going to be only a few minutes. Before we do, though, if you haven't yet, go ahead and like and comment at the end. After the exercise, I would love to know how it works for you. And grab the what did I call it? The Activate Abundance Audit. It's free for you. And with it, you actually have some bonus material. So if you want to activate your abundance, then go ahead and grab that free PDF. It's down below. The link is down below for you. All right, so let's get started. The reason, this is the thing I wanted you to remember. It's really like this soul realm, soul prosperity thing. We're told in the best-selling book in the world that you will prosper and be in health as your soul, which is your mind, your will, and your emotions prosper. And when you are out of whack, when your nervous system is out of whack, what's happening in your body is that then you have this surge of all this, these emotions that are coming up. And then you have all these chemicals that go to your frontal cortex. It drops your IQ, up to 15 points, which doesn't sound like a lot. But let's say, you're super smart. And so your IQ might be 120. Well, now you are at 105. 100 is average. And so even though you're still above average, you're now in a diminished capacity for thinking. And thinking is your gift. When your nervous system is all over the place, when you're in this chemical chaos because of the heightened emotions, and your body is just like doing all these things, that's why then you can't see the solutions right in front of you, right? So if you're an average, then it drops down to 85, which is below average. Right? Again, you're in a diminished capacity for thinking, and now you can't see the solutions that are right in front of you. So we want to go ahead and calm your nervous system down so that as it's happening, yes, you're going to feel better after this. You're going to feel physically better. And then when you're in that peaceful state, you'll be able to then ask questions and that's another thing too, is asking the right question, because if you're asking a question to your brain, which is part of the inner AI system, it's not the whole thing, it's part of it. And if you're asking your brain, is like, why is this happening to me? It'll be like Exhibit A with 8 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of why is this happening to you. You need to ask the right questions in order for you to get the right answers. And this is our inner AI. Part of that system is our brain. It takes direction from the voice of the mind. And if your mind is asking the question to the brain and it's the wrong prompt, you're going to get garbage, right? So this is why when people are working with ChatGPT, or they're working with Claude or any other AI, that's what they tell you. The quality of the prompt, of how you're engineering it, is going to give you the quality of the output. It is the same with your inner AI. It is exactly the same. So when you are asking better questions, you're going to get a better output. Right now, we're going to use part of your inner AI system to activate calming your nervous system down through a process called an EFT. EFT is also known as tapping. Now, what you may not know about tapping is that studies have found that doing tapping for like up to an hour, now you don't have to do this for an hour a day, but if you do this every day for a few minutes, it adds up to the hour. It starts to bring down your cortisol levels up to 40%. And that's really what's causing your nervous system, right, to go all wonky. So this is a very gentle process that works very, very fast. And so we're going to focus specifically in this EFT around negative emotions, right? Because a lot of times we are our worst critics. We are actually, our thoughts are almost like an autoimmune, the autoimmune diseases, right? It's like the body's attacking itself and your thoughts are attacking you. We might call it the inner Karen. I hate calling it inner Karen because all the Karens I know are lovely, but let's call it the inner critic, right? The one that's trying to keep, they always say they're trying to keep you safe. They're not trying to keep you safe. They're trying to keep you contained. And so when you are trying to move into something that you are not familiar with, you don't have exposure to, you haven't been in that atmosphere for a while, your body might start to react. So we're going to focus specifically on the area of negative emotions. And it's really important because you're never going to go any farther than how you see and feel about yourself. So why did I spend these few minutes giving you the understanding? So that you understand what's happening in your body. Nothing has gone wrong. Your nervous system is all, crazy, but the reason it is only because of the thoughts that you're having. That's it. And so when you understand that you can actually take your power back just by taking new thoughts, then everything starts to change for you, including going a little slower and doing this exercise for me. It's only going to be a few minutes. Now we're going to start with some negative phrases, and that's important because what's not confronted is not changed. And so for some of you who may not want to say anything negative because you don't want to activate that reality, don't worry. We're going to nullify it because you need to be able to confront it. For those of you who love to read the good book, we hear the word repentance. Repentance only means to stop, to turn around and change your thinking. But until you stop, what's going to make you stop? The confrontation of truth. So there is another verse that says that that it is the goodness of God that causes you to repent, to stop, turn around, and change your thinking. It is His goodness of being able to recognize what's going on. And we want to be able to release those things, to recognize the good. And how we're going to recognize the good? By also recognizing what's not working, by confronting it, by disallowing it, by saying, you know what, enough. That's what it is. So if you're at the point where enough, then you are in the right place. So we're going to do some negative words, right? I'm going to just see what Spirit wants to go ahead and speak through me. And then we're going to choose to overcome. We're going to start taking our power back. It's almost like creating a vacuum, right? We're confronting the thing, we're tearing it apart, and then we're going to say what it is that we really want. And I'm going to focus on peace. So just go ahead and repeat after me. And we're going to do something called a setup phrase. And so that looks like a karate chop. What this is a psychological reversal. And then we're going to tap right on top of the head, like in the middle, and then the end of the eyebrows, in between, underneath the eyes, right here, and then right here, the chin, and then the collarbone. And usually you do under here, but it's hard on camera. So then we're just going to skip to the wrist and then keep on going. So this works amazingly well. And I love doing this and curating this for my group called The Society. So if you're ready to rewrite your story, then check out the QR code or look below for everything that you need to know to join us in the society. So we do a lot of things together, including having 24/7 access to me through asynchronous coaching, which is through text. So if you're interested in more or having some curated items, then go ahead and join us. Check out the link below. Everything you need to know is down there. So let's start. All right. Today I take responsibility for my life, which just means I have the ability to respond. And I don't want to feel this way. I feel like my body's out of control. My thoughts are out of control. And I want to take my power back. So that's what I'm choosing. And I'm choosing it right now. And so it is. Take a breath. Release. There's a lot of things going on. Not only in my world, but in the world around me. And there is a lot of reasons that maybe I should be nervous. There's a lot of things that are in my control some things that are not in my control. And I'm not getting the outcomes that I want. I'm always doing the best that I can. But sometimes it might feel as though I'm not doing enough. Or there are times when I'm in need of some things and I'm waiting for the manifestation of it and it hasn't come yet, and it makes me nervous. And then I start thinking some thoughts, and that becomes a rabbit hole. And that is actually the foundation of my nervous system going haywire. Because the truth is, for the most part, circumstances are neutral. So if a bill comes in and I don't have the money for it, I might freak out. Or in a bill that's coming up, or expenses that are coming up, and I might freak out because I don't have the money in the bank yet. And maybe I don't know how I'm going to get it. Maybe there's some other need, conversation I don't want to have, or a job I need to leave, a change I need to make, and I don't know how. And the how is tripping me up because I can't see the way. But right now, I choose to take my power back. Because in spite of what I see is not the end. What I see is actually past tense. It's already happened. This is how my mind works. This is how my brain works. This is actually how manifestation works. A circumstance happens, and based on my belief system, which is my filter, I have a thought about it. That's my choice point. That's where I can take my power back. Based on the thoughts I'm having, then what happens? It triggers chemical bliss or chemical chaos. That's activating emotions. Then from the emotions, I act. I either do something or don't do something. And that gives me an outcome. And round it goes. So when something comes up, my brain, as beautiful as it is just serving me a thought. And that thought is a thought that it's easiest to grab. It's something that I've been thinking the last 60 to 90 days. That's it. It's just offering me something to think about. That's all it is. And now that I know that, I can choose. I can choose to not take the thought. Whether the thoughts are coming from an external influence or an internal influence because of what I've been through, it makes no difference. To change it, to switch it up, it's the same. It's the same thing. When something happens, when I have a thought, I get to choose to take it or not. And since I don't want to feel this way anymore, I'm choosing right now. And I'm commanding my subconscious, which is part of my inner AI, to execute the following. I cast down every thought that is not for my highest good. If it's not good, if it's not worthy of praise, if it's not honorable, I'm choosing right now to no longer give it my attention. Because I may not be able to help the thought that comes up, but I can choose the attention I give it. So I'm turning my attention now back to what is good. I am good. I am a good thing. I am made in the image and likeness of God. I'm an image bearer of God. I am that. I am lovable. I love myself. I accept myself. I forgive myself. I'm always doing the best that I can in the moment. Is this going to be easy? No, because I have bad habits. But it's just a habit of thinking, and I can create a new habit. One day at a time, one moment at a time. That's it. I would choose not to beat myself up over it. I choose to give myself grace because I'm doing the best that I can. And now that I know that my nervous system has been all out of whack because of the thoughts I'm choosing, because it is a choice to think about, the thoughts I'm choosing to give attention to, this is my point of turnaround. Eventually, I'll be really good at it. And like all new things, some days will be better than others. That's okay. This is new to me. I choose to have grace for myself because I am that. I am worth putting the time in to catch the thoughts and decide, do I want this in my reality? And if I don't, then I'm going to say I veto that or anything else that comes to mind. I will say something to the effect of, no, I disallow that thought. You will not write that into my brain. You will not code that into my inner AI. I disallow it. Is it really that easy? Yes, it is. So I would choose to practice, and I will get better and better every single day. I love myself. I deserve to be free of this anxiety. I want my body to be free of this nervousness. I bless it and speak peace into my body right now. And so it is. Take a breath. Hold. Release. Well, I would love to know how you're feeling right now from a scale of 1 to 10. Where were you before? Where are you now? And if not, you're like 10 being like, ooh, my body's crazy, and 1 feeling totally at peace, totally chill. And this is the thing too, that another thing for you to remember is that sometimes we get so good at managing our emotions that we don't even recognize where we're at. I'm like, oh, I can handle all this stuff, right? I can do all these things. I'm okay, until you're not. Because you're training your body and your brain. You're like, okay, well, I can handle this. And that's really a 7. And you've been managing it so long that it can feel like a 1. But if you're here still, it's a reminder that nothing has gone wrong. The way you're feeling right now is just a manifestation of the thoughts that you have been thinking the last 60 to 90 days, and that can change. I help you to rewire that, to rewrite your story. I help you to leverage your inner AI so that you can manifest what you want faster. That's the point of AI, is to help us to do things faster. And when you start to leverage your inner AI in a way that it's easy, I call it the 1% rule model, which is you're investing yourself 1% at least every single day. You end up having this compound effect, just like the hour, right? The hour of doing an EFT, the compound effect, if you do it consecutively, is that it starts to reduce, your cortisol levels for up to 40%. That is huge. This is why a lot of people, when they start doing this, they start to lose weight. I had one of my girls, she was doing these with me, and she's in the society, and then like a job came and just kind of fell in her lap, something that she was thinking about, that she kind of wanted. And because her nervous system, right, it was just like being regulated, and she was like confronting the things through the EFTs and then releasing them. She was opening herself up for beautiful things to happen to her, and then something just fell in the lap. I love EFTs for manifestation, because it does gently gently helps you to confront the things that are not working, to choose to overcome them, because we're activating them through, this is a voice activated universe, so we are voice activating the reality that we want. And then we're saying, we're replacing it. We create the void and then we fill it, because as they say, nature hates a vacuum. All right, my loves. Until next time, which will be very, very soon. Oh, this series as well is a 21-day series called Made for More. And so if you want to look at everything in the video series, if you're watching this outside of the timeline, there's going to be another link as well that's going to give you all the links, and in the way that I did them too, right? Day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 21, to make it easier for you to get to watch it. I don't know why I'm having brain farts. All right. It's probably time for me to go get some coffee. All right, loves. Until next time, which will be very, very soon, may God's riches and best be yours. Bye now.